Welcome back to the channel. Today we are making something great. You're here for the chocolate cupcakes. Like and subscribe. Feel free to share. It's fine. You know, welcome back. Welcome to all the new people. I went and I bought a huge King Arthur all-purpose flour. This means a lot of breads are going to be made, a lot of baking, a lot of cookies. 12 pounds. King Arthur's flour. Love it. So we're gonna use a cup and a half of that. We are also going to use half a cup of cocoa powder. Now I want you to use Dutch processed cocoa powder. We're not using it today because it's still, the grocery stores don't have everything in stock that they should. So we're gonna use Hershey's. It's not quite the same chocolate flavor. It's a little bit different. But you know what? This cupcake's gonna be so good, it's not gonna matter anyway. Baking soda, not baking powder, baking soda. You can use this for 1,000,001 different things. Today, we're gonna make cupcakes, probably the best usage. All right, 3/4 of a teaspoon of this, baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Usually I like to use sea salt, but in the chocolate it gets overwhelmed. It's better to go on top. So we're gonna use regular Morton salt here. A stick of room temperature butter that we're gonna cut into little pieces. 1 stick of butter. 1 1/3 cups of sugar. I love the sugar. Everybody's here for the sugar. Should be flour, eggs, and sugar. Chocolate cupcakes, vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 2 large eggs. 2 large eggs. And a cup of milk. We're going to use whole milk. You could use 2%. You can use half and half if you really, really wanted to or had to. But cup of milk, room temperature. Preheat the oven to 350. And get your cupcake tins and your foil inserts. Let's get going. Let's get going.
Hi everyone, it's Teresa and I am so excited to be walking you through how to make chocolate cupcakes with Cam on the screen. But before you write anything down, you can see that we have recently launched our own website, floureggsyeast.com. So you don't have to really struggle to get everything written. You can go to this website and follow along. So what you'll see is Cam has 1 stick of unsalted room temperature butter that he's just cutting up into smaller pieces so it'll be easier to cream with the sugar in a moment. He's going to place that aside and he's going to be putting all of your dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl. We have 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. Just put that right inside the bowl. We have 1/2 cup of Dutch processed cocoa powder. That's what we prefer. It provides that really rich, chocolatey taste. But as you can remember in the video, we don't have that in our grocery store because it's still COVID time. So we had to use some Hershey chocolate. Either one will produce a quality cupcake. The Dutch processed cocoa, it just provides a really rich chocolate flavor. Next, you're going to be adding in 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next is creaming the butter and the sugar. So you'll see Cam already has his sugar measured out. It is white granulated sugar and it's 1 1/3 of a cup. You're going to want to put the butter into another mixing bowl and start creaming it up and then add your sugar until it becomes white and fluffy. You could use a hand mixer like Cam is because this batch doesn't produce that many cupcakes. It's about 12. Or if you need to double up this recipe, super easy to do so, and you can always use your stand mixer like our KitchenAid 600. You're going to want to add the vanilla extract. It's 1 teaspoon. Now we're going to be adding 2 large eggs, and best practice is you add 1 egg at a time and begin to beat those beaters and mix them up. Now it's time to start adding your dry ingredients little by little to the batter. Add half of your dry ingredients, mix it up, and then you're going to be taking half of that 1 cup of warm milk and adding it in, mixing it, adding the last part of your dry ingredients, mix it in, and then your last half cup of warm milk. This is called the wet-dry method, and you're just alternating the dry ingredients and the wet. I remember coming home as Cam was making these cupcakes, and I walked in and the smell of chocolate just hit me in my face, and I was so excited. It's just such a great opportunity to bake something, treat yourself during this season. And who doesn't need to be treated today? Here comes Cam. He's going to wrap up the baking, and then we'll have a design tutorial about how to make those adorable Thanksgiving designs on top of your chocolate cupcakes.
Okay guys, we are in the oven, 22 minutes. It was 16 cupcakes worth of batter. It smells great. That's some left over there. It looks and feels like a chocolate mousse. Don't eat it. Raw eggs, raw flour. Make sure you cook it for about 22 minutes or until the toothpick test comes out clean. So can't wait to start eating these. It's just the chocolate and everything. The smell is amazing. Don't worry if when you fill your cupcake tins, if they don't look so hot. The rising of the batter will take care of it. It'll be fine. So about 1/3 to 1/2 full maximum, because these are going to rise a little bit, but we'll check them out. 22 minutes.
So we are going to be using pastry bags and tips. And here's all the cool different styles that you can get. This is going to be linked in our description bar. And if you have a tip similar to this, it will work. So all you're looking for is a tip that has a tapered end. So we're going to choose this guy because we want our turkey to have big, fluffy feathers. So you're just looking for a long tip. So if you don't have something like this, you can even use these or this. And the exciting thing is when you get to color. So we're going to be coloring our meringue frosting with these metallic paints. Again, it'll be linked in the description bar. We're going to be doing red, yellows, golds, and browns. We're going to want the thicker side down and the more tapered side up so that his little feathers are thick. So we're going to do the outside first. You're just getting a little ruffle feather. There we go. Yellow. So you can make these as bright colored as you would like. We are going to put this in the refrigerator for a moment while we get our bag ready with the chocolate ganache. So with your chocolate ganache, we had 2 parts chocolate, 1 part heavy cream. I melted it all together and I popped it in the refrigerator so that it would become more solid. The longer it's going to be in the fridge, the easier it's going to hold its shape. We're just going to cut a little bit on the end so we'll be able to pipe our turkey body out of that hole. We have our cupcake out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to keep it on the plate just so you guys can see. And all we want to do is make a little head on the top and a little fat body on the bottom. Super cute. Last but not least, we're going to use some white, and we're going to pipe little eyes. Look how cute he is. I would eat him. And then because he has a little turkey face, we're going to use that same bag that we used. And we're going to do a little, what is that thing called? A chin? Our turkey is complete. Super cute. Ready for Thanksgiving.
All right, we let these cool. Look at that. Chocolate cupcake. Now yours might be a little different color if you use the Dutch processed cocoa the way I recommended. But I'll tell you what, the smell, you know this is chocolate. If you had a blindfold on, you'd have to have no sense of smell at all. How nice and soft that is in there. There's a nice crunch on the top. Perfect for icing. This tastes just like a devil dog. If you remember devil dogs, if we had some white icing in here, you'd be ready to go. I gotta tell you, these are good. I was gonna give some to the neighbors. I don't think they're getting any, but we'll see. Maybe one or two. Cakes. What kind of cupcakes do you like? What do you want to see next? Holidays are coming up. Everybody loves a good cupcake. So subscribe and tune in and see what we got next time.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.